Aries, this connection went from exciting to a bit irritating. So let's see exactly what shifted this dynamic. And then from there, what's the best next step as you move forward? So this is going to be for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus. If you're still personal reading, check link in the bio because you know your girl does them. Go ahead and like, follow, and share with another Aries. But let's talk a little bit more about what I'm showing here, okay? So what I have is the Nine of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the World card. So what this really shows me, Aries, is that this was a lesson that you had to learn here. Unfortunately, that's what life is all about, right? But nonetheless, this was a lesson you had to learn to help you really be ready for the next chapter that's coming for you. Now, with that being said, it shows me here that this connection really felt very promising, very, very promising. Now, this person was coming in like the King of Cups, okay? They felt like they were very stable. They felt like they were really maybe giving you a lot of gifts, really showering you. And it felt like they really understood you. But with that, you also kind of came into your own understanding of your worth, of your own worth, right? And so with this, you're like, okay, I know who I am. I know all that I've accomplished. And so it really felt like you were pulling in the right type of person to match that energy. And so with this, it was very promising at the start. Now, the thing about the King of Pentacles that we sometimes forget is that they're very much focused on their money. And a lot of times that really takes away from the romance. That really takes away from them trying to continue on like being spontaneous, taking you on dates and giving you flowers and all that good stuff. Do some King of Pentacles do? Absolutely. They have a little bit of mixture, right? Of like maybe like the King of Cups or something. But nonetheless, with our King of Pentacles, he's very meticulous with his time, his energy, and he will always think of time as money. And so with that, sometimes he neglects you, and that he or she, right? Whoever that King of Pentacles, but sometimes it feels like they neglect you because they're so focused on their empire and what they're building. And so with that, that's why it becomes irritating because it's like, okay, well, like I showed you my worth, right? It felt great. You kind of brought in this feeling of like, you can provide for me, you can do what you need to do, you're ambitious, it's beautiful. But the reality of it is that I'm not being satisfied because I'm not seeing that romance really come to be. And so that's why it's getting irritating because you're like, do you not see me? Aries is like, do you not see me? Why are you not putting more effort here? Why am I reminding you about date nights? Why am I reminding you about getting me a Valentine's Day gift or whatever it is, right? Now, that's why this Three of Swords is coming out, because there is something about this connection that actually triggers you. Aries, you get very triggered by this. You feel like an abandonment wound might be coming and being reappears. It might be like a feeling of lack of worth that kind of gets re-pierced, and you're like, look, I've been working on my self-worth. I've been working on my self-love and my self-concept. I've been working on who I am. And so with this, when you don't see me, you don't value me, or I don't feel that way, then it continues to re-pierce me, and it makes me realize there's more I have to work on. But nonetheless, it's a disappointment that really comes up, and this disappointment is very frustrating for you because it feels as though they don't see you. They're just like, well, babe, I'm working, I have to work. And you're like, well, we need to see each other. Like, I need to be important in your life. And so this is what's kind of coming up here. And so that's really why you're debating. You're like, this is real irritating because you gave me this facade, or not a facade, but you showed me one way when we were dating. And now that we're more like serious, I'm not seeing that. Or now that we're together even longer, I'm not seeing that. And that's what's really frustrating you. And this is all part of a lesson to really realize that you are always going to stand to your worth and make sure that you're going after the alignment, that someone being very stable doesn't always mean that they can give you all that you're looking for as well. There's a lesson within all of this, but also a lesson to work on those different triggers because they're showing something within you that you need to really release. So you really need to let go, because maybe we're counting on our partner to give us everything when they can only do so much with their own time and their own vision. And so there's like a need for you to really look at the bigger picture is what I'm feeling like here. But nonetheless, let's see what's the best next steps to go moving forward and what advice Spirit has. So with that being said, this is already resonating. Go ahead and like, follow, and share this with another Aries. But let's talk a little bit more about really how you should move forward here. So very interesting, because what I have here is the Justice, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So Spirit's really trying to tell you here, it's time for you to be real with yourself, okay? It's time for you to realize what you're putting into the relationship, that's what you're getting back out. So with that, if you're getting irritated from someone building out their dreams and what they're doing, well, you're gonna kind of get irritation back out, right? If you are saying like, oh, you're not giving me what I want, well, that's what you're gonna get back out, because they're not understanding you at some point, right? But what it's really trying to show you here is all the energy you're putting in, make it a positive energy, because if not, that's the kind of energy you're getting back out. That's why you're getting triggered. That's why you're feeling hurt, right? Because you feel like you're putting in certain type of energy, but it's actually not the energy that's necessary on the vibration to really attract what's necessary for this love, right? And so with that being said, Spirit's trying to tell you here is to go at this connection and offer love. Don't, with this, you know, it is a cup here, so it's like offering that love offer to them, but it's also telling you don't be like shoving at them, but be gentle with them. It's a need for you to be gentle of where they're at, because they're also going through certain things that you have to kind of realize here as well. But as you show more compassion, as you show more understanding, that's what you're going to get back out, and they're going to naturally want to do more for you. They're going to naturally spend more time and efforts on you, because that's how you're making them feel whole. You're making them feel appreciated. You're making them feel seen as well. It's like you both are kind of seeing each other in the same way, but like in different aspects, right? You may not be seen in regards to like the gifts and like showing up for dates and doing dates and doing things like that, but they may not feel like you're supporting them because you're so focused on what you're not getting, and they're also focused on what they're not getting. And so there's a need for you guys to really come with a love offering and come with understanding and compassion and be open to where this can go, but also realize what the effort you're putting in there, because it's also them needing to put better effort so that way you can be more satisfied and you can give more support. So it's like a ring around the rosy, right? It's like going back and forth, but it's like the same thing if you were to really think about it. The same emotions are coming out for both of you. And so what Spirit's trying to remind you is that you need to have compassion, you have understanding, and also think of creative ways to really pour into each other's cups. Because sometimes we think like there's only one way to do it, there's only one way I want to be loved, but maybe we need to open ourselves up to be loved in different ways. And that means like different love languages and things of that sort. But also when you start to do that, you start to show compassion, that's when you're seeing this beautiful 10 of cups. This can be a very beautiful relationship, but you guys both have to want to work on it. You both have to be able to be compassionate and loving, and you guys both have to see that you guys are literally feeling the same way. And so while you're feeling irritated, they're actually feeling irritated a bit with you as well, but they're trying to make this work. And if you want to make this work as well, then that can be a beautiful connection, a beautiful future, fulfillment, because now we're talking it through, now we're communicating, now we're understanding more about what can make this relationship work and what we each need to be poured into, and what we also need to realize how we need to receive that love. And so that is really what I'm showing here. But with that, I'm going to leave you off with a yes, no question and an angel number. So I'll go ahead and grab the angel number. You think of the yes, no question, of course. So for your angel number, you have 1414 and you have 1919. So let me know if you've been seeing that inside the comments. But for 1414, it says possibilities. So building strong foundations create stabilities and welcomes in possibilities. All possibilities exist and are amplified when gratitude is felt for foundations in place. 1414. And then you have 1919, that's transformation. And it says it is asked that you take notice that you hold within your hands the power to change your life. Within this realization, you will feel the sense of purpose and the connections to new beginnings, which is very interesting. But 1919 is what I have there for you. Now with that, I do want to leave you off with the yes, no question. So go ahead and think of that yes, no question because it's about to be answered. All right. So hi, Spirit. Thanks so much for being here with us. As you know, Aries got a question. What is the answer to their question? Ooh, that is a yes. That is a yes. Thank you so much, Spirit. Appreciate that. And can you double confirm that answer one more time? And y'all, that's still a yes. That is a yes. So that is what I have for all of you. I hope that this resonates. If it does, make sure you like, follow, and share this with other Aries. Of course, make sure you follow. Make sure you follow. And also, if you're interested in person reading, check link in the bio. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.